my reading into history, that Muslims have always embraced being on the cutting edge of society and being on the cutting edge of technology of that particular period. Whilst engaging constructively and robustly with social media is not necessarily seen as being cutting edge at the moment, but perhaps for some members of the community who may not be too IT savvy and acquainted, it is seen to be cutting edge. And I believe that I could have provided a positive contribution towards that, and perhaps draw on my readings into leadership and history and the Muslim community, and how we could engage as Muslims in Britain to play a very positive role for the wider British society and welfare of human beings. I think communication is a strategy. It's a means of communicating your message to the wider world. And imams and faith leaders do normally do that from the mimbar or the pulpit or any other program of learning. This is an alternative way of communicating with the masses, particularly the younger generation. If we believe the statistics that are coming in front of us, that at least 1 in 3 of the global population is engaged in Twitter, then there is a trend developing, and perhaps that message that is being delivered on a Friday afternoon, for example, a Friday press, can be given out throughout the week to a wider community and touch people's lives in ways that may be personal to them. I think the imams are good leaders. They are in a very strong leadership position. As I tried to highlight in my presentation, there are models, theoretical models of understanding leadership, and of course there is the model of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace and blessings be upon him, of how he led a community. And it was all about developing individuals who could engage in other places and bring people together and live as common humanity. So I think one of the things that if imams engage in this form of communication, no doubt the message that is the text there will become more relevant and adaptable and relayed to the context that we are living in. And that has always been a challenge for communities. The great imams, the great leaders, the great juries, the great Sufis, all of them provide good beacon examples of how this can be done in different times. In our 21st century, this is what we have. This is a means of communication, and all forms of engagement to date, by whether it's commerce, whether it's politicians, whether it's any other form of profession engaging in it. So if faith leaders engaging in this, particularly with the younger generation, then perhaps their faith that they're trying to relay and teach become more relevant to them and individuals' lives, and the wider Muslim community can benefit. Likewise, the lessons that are in the Quran, that are in the prophetic narratives, which Muslims believe are not just for themselves, but it's for a universal message across time and space, can be broadly spread in a very constructive manner to highlight the good things of the Muslim civilization and the Muslim community across the globe.